Hello, Mallards! It is Christmas! Merry Christmas! Happy Chrysler! Merry Christmas! Merry Crisis. You know, all the important stuff. And I am still at G's, hanging out with the lovely pumpkin, eating some leftover pizza, and I'm about to watch Spirited, the Christmas Carol adaptation that stars Ryan Reynolds and I guess Will Farrell. Only Ryan Reynolds could get me to watch a Will Farrell film. Here we are. I will check back in with you when it's over and talk about it, but I am pretty excited because I am a Ryan Reynolds stan, unapologetically, and I'm pumped to see what this is like. I have now watched and thoroughly enjoyed Spirited. As I was watching, I was like, this music is familiar, but I hadn't seen who the composers were, but it is a Pasek? Is it Pasek and Paul or Pasek and Paul? I'm not sure how you say it. But it is done by Pasek and Paul, which does sort of ring true and become apparent. I was like, oh, this sort of sounds like, and then realized that the reason that it sort of sounds like La La Land is because it's the same people, and it sort of sounds like The Greatest Showman because it's the same people. And the music is fun. I don't necessarily think that this needs to be a musical, but I enjoyed the musical moments and I liked the way that they played stuff for comedy. I think it's a fun take on A Christmas Carol. I love A Christmas Carol adaptation. A lot of the quote-unquote reveals were things that I saw within the first minute and a half, so it's not particularly mysterious. It is definitely predictable, despite it having a little bit of a twist on the classic form of A Christmas Carol. It is still pretty linear, and you sort of know what's gonna happen and how it's all gonna play out. But I did enjoy Will Farrell much more than I thought I would, because I'm generally not a Will Farrell fan, but I thought that he was kind of endearing in this. And I feel like the writers like Ryan Reynolds, and it leans more towards his like sarcastic, witty comedy and away from like what traditionally I've seen Will Farrell do, which is more of the like drunk kind of dumb comedy, I guess, played for laughs in a very different way. And I think that that has endeared me to the character, even if it's an actor that I normally have not enjoyed. So I did find this surprisingly enjoyable. I had a great time. Octavia Spencer is so good. All of the performances in this actually are delightful. And I really enjoyed the sort of machinations that this is something that happens every year. Like they always pick one person and they send the ghost of Christmas past, present, and Christmas yet to come after them to like get them to change their ways, and like they're changing a human at a time. And I thought that that was delightful. And it's a fun story, and Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds. And the fact that he is still sort of the same character, although more of a jerk in this than he has been in some other stuff I've watched recently. He's still Ryan Reynolds. And even though he's supposed to be like a jerk and like he's the one they choose, right? So he's got to be the worst of humanity. He's still really endearing because he's Ryan freaking Reynolds and because he's got that heart of gold thing going on underneath. And so it was really sweet. And I had a blast, and I laughed a lot, and I actually enjoyed the songs. And there are funny gags in there, like the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come not being able to speak when he's in scene, but talks the rest of the time. Incredible. There's also a bit where Will Ferrell's character, who's the Ghost of Christmas Present, is going to do a song, and they're like, no, please don't. And he makes a deal, and he's like, I won't do the song if you do this. And the deal is carried out. And so then during the credits at the end of the film, he's like, hey guys, you want to hear the rest of the song? And then they do it. And it's a whole production, like a full filmed dance number that happens. And that's just delightful. So I would highly recommend this film if you have Apple TV Plus. It's just a good time. It's an enjoyable Christmas film. It's a cute Christmas classic. It is a fun take on A Christmas Carol. And I will probably watch it again with the roomies. And now I can hear that my hot chocolate is almost done, so I'm going to drink that. and I will see you tomorrow.